Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 12th of August 2025 and surprisingly guys, the prices of Bitcoin on the global cryptocurrency market is actually down. Now what is really interesting to note guys is the ETF inflows is actually positive, and since the last 24 hours the ETF inflows is at a staggering $1.19 billion. So it is a bit surprising guys why the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies haven't pumped up, because at a geopolitical level guys, President Donald Trump has also made some really iconic partnership with the United States of America and China, and essentially what they have done is they have gone ahead and decided to go ahead and extend it for another 90 days. So could it be possible after the next 24 hours, news such as this will positively impact the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies? There is definitely a very high possibility for that, isn't it? So what I'll do guys in today's episode, I'll go ahead and discuss, could it be possible to have a short-term price boost because of the tariff-related information between US and China? And along with that guys, I'll also go ahead and discuss what are the different ways the prices of Bitcoin as well as cryptocurrencies will be impacting positively or even negatively. Now the next news guys I wanted to discuss is a really interesting news, and this is to do with the CEO of Bitcoin Inc Nakamoto Holdings, and this is David Bailey guys, who was also one of the closest advisor to President Donald Trump, isn't it? And you can make an argument that he was one of the person responsible for expelling President Donald Trump. And the news essentially is that he has actually put out a really interesting information via X. And what he's actually said guys is, he always dreamed of buying $1 billion worth of Bitcoin in one single transaction. And looks like that is what he'll be doing later on today. So really interesting news, isn't it? Now I'm pretty much sure guys, because of this news, there will be some minor positive impact, isn't it? So we'll definitely go and touch base on this news. Cause look guys, news such as this shows the conviction that people have in the world of Bitcoin, isn't it? So really interesting move by him. Now the next news guys is a report that is published by Malaysian Central Bank, and in that report guys, they are talking about the fundamentals of modern money. As a matter of fact guys, they've even said that Bitcoin as well as Ripple XRP is money. So we'll definitely go and touch base on this news. Now I really don't understand why they've identified Ripple as part of money as well. But nonetheless, we definitely got in touch based on what this news is all about. And the report also talks about central bank digital currencies and quite a lot of other things. But more importantly guys, this particular report is also exploring Shariah form of money. So we'll definitely go and take a deep dive into this. Now the final news guys is connected to Terra Labs. And Kwon guys was the one who was actually leading this initiative. And there's some update to this guys. There is a very high possibility that Kwon might actually go and plead guilty. Because of his actions, $40 billion were wiped out from Terra, isn't it? And more importantly guys, it did have a domino effect on FTX as well as Celsius and other cryptocurrency exchanges. So we'll definitely go and discuss if he's going to go and plead guilty or not. And the schedule for it guys is actually scheduled to take place later on today in Manhattan Federal Court. Now we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover guys in today's episode. And like we do in every Blockchain DXB podcast, we will be looking at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now both the news guys are connected to artificial intelligence. The first one guys is about a company moving the headquarters to Dubai, and it is needless to say why they are doing that, isn't it? Because right now Dubai, UAE and the Middle East is definitely leading the front in the world of artificial intelligence. And the news essentially is that Demand AI Group, they've expanded the global footprint with new regional headquarters in Dubai. So we'll definitely go and take a deep dive into this. Now the second news guys is connected to AI Accelerator, and Dubai's AI Accelerator guys, they are calling for tech innovators to engineer future of government services, and there is a deadline associated with this as well. So if you're someone who's actually building in the artificial intelligence space guys, you definitely need to go and check out this news. But in today's episode, we'll definitely go and discuss what this news is all about. So we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover guys in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Hey everyone, this episode is powered by a new sponsor that is Amana. And they are the region's first and fastest growing regulated all-in-one trading and investing app. So look guys, whether you're looking into invest in US stocks like Apple or Tesla, or mega giants like ADNOC or Salik, Amana puts the financial markets on your fingertips. It includes gold, foreign exchange, ETFs, futures, commodities, and guess what guys? They have over 375 cryptocurrencies, and this makes them the biggest crypto selection in the region. Now for the Blockchain DXB listeners guys, if you want to go and build long-term wealth without thinking about it every day, explore Amana's pre-built auto investment plans, and all you have to do is set your monthly budget, choose your preferred asset category, and let Amana automate the investing for you. Zero fees, zero lockups, 100% customizable, And here's the thing guys, funding your account is easier than ever. You can fund your account with Apple Pay, Google Pay, credit cards, instant bank deposits and even crypto wallets. No friction and no hassles. And the best part is guys, let's say if you need support, you would absolutely love Amana for this, cause they offer 24/6 human customer service as well as a personalized sales support, real people, real help, and the customer support is in English as well as in Arabic. And for the Blockchain DXB listener and community guys, I do have something really exclusive for you. What you can do is register with Amana using the code Blockchain DXB, or you can also use the link that is in the show notes below. And here's the best part guys, once you register, fund your account with a minimum of $100 and at least go ahead and make one trade, and then you'll receive a $100 trading bonus credit to your account the following month. But look guys, it's real important to note, the bonus is non-withdrawable. It is there to help you trade and learn. So look guys, if you're looking for a transparent, powerful and easy to use app, that's Amana for you. So what are you waiting for guys? Download the app now, or you can also visit the website that is amana.app, and don't forget to use the code Blockchain DXB. And Amana guys is all markets one app. Next guys, I'm happy to announce that Blockchain DXB is the official media partner with one of the OGs in the cryptocurrency and blockchain event space, and that is Blockchain Futuristic Conference taking place in Florida this year, as well as ETH Women taking place simultaneously. And trust me guys, this is an event that you don't want to miss, isn't it? Cause for the very first time, North America's most immersive Web3 event is heading to the United States of America, and the Blockchain Futurist Conference and ETH Women event is actually taking place between the 5th and 6th of November. And the location is absolutely stunning guys. It is taking place at Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, which is in Hollywood, Florida. That's right guys, palm trees, panels, and the biggest mind in blockchain and cryptocurrency is all in one place. So there will be multi-stage panels, NFT galleries, DeFi showcases, hand-on tech demos, metaverse experiences, even outdoor VIP cabanas and quite a lot more. And the Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock guys is one of the most iconic venues in the country. So look guys, if you're in the Web3 space, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin or even artificial intelligence space, or just want to do some serious networking, this is the place that you got to be. And to all of you Blockchain DXB listeners guys, we have something really interesting for you, cause you can get a 25% off the tickets. So just use the code DXB25, and the link to the event as well as the code is in the show notes below. And as an official media partner, I'll be doing exclusive live coverage, interviews, behind the scenes access, and I will be spotlighting some of the most exciting projects shaping the future of decentralized finance tech. So if you're at the venue guys, definitely come and say hi. Maybe we can catch up for a coffee as well. So listen guys, the code is DXB25, and by using this code you will be eligible for a 25% discount. And the event is taking place between the 5th and 6th of November 2025 at the iconic Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, that is in Hollywood, Florida. And in the show notes below guys, there's all contact details for Blockchain Futuristic Conference Florida 2025 as well as ETH Women. And look guys, this is the future of blockchain technology brought into life, so don't just read about it, be there and head to the website that is futuristconference.com and go ahead and use the code DXB25. So see you at the event. Next, Advanced Media. Advanced Media guys is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE, so definitely check it out. And also guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing and hosting training workshops, seminars and community events that educate, inform and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen guys, do one thing, if you do want to support this channel, go to the website that is www.amt.tv and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gulf Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform, check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And finally guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet, and this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now guys, since you've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now what is really interesting to note guys is, if you look at the ETF inflows, today it has actually crossed the $1 billion mark, and today that number is at $1.19 billion. But surprisingly guys, the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies have marginally fallen down. So it's going to be really interesting to see how the market is reacting over the next few days. But one thing which I'm content is the volume of stable coins. Because if the volume of stable coins is increasing, it does give an indication as to which direction the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are heading towards, isn't it? Now look guys, according to me, the only reason why the ETF inflows has increased is because President Donald Trump has decided to go ahead and extend the 90-day agreement between the United States of America and China. And because of that, it does give some breather to high net worthy individuals as well as investors, isn't it? So I do feel because of that, the investor sentiment has definitely built up a lot of confidence. But this is definitely a temporary move. Now 90 days is a pretty solid amount of time to go and renegotiate the tariffs, isn't it? And right now, President Donald Trump has also enforced a 25% tariff on India, along with another 25% fine for India for going ahead and buying oil from Russia. But what is really important to note guys is, this particular tariff deal has another 21 days, and could it be possible Prime Minister Narendra Modi does come up with some solutions? And if there is a win-win solution guys, I'm pretty much sure the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will be reacting positively, isn't it? So what I'd really urge you to do is guys, rather than watching mainstream media that puts out completely inaccurate information regarding tariffs, go to the official White House website and look at the information from first source, and you'd be surprised guys. Tariffs are actually working as President Donald Trump intended it to be. Those news directly and indirectly impacts the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, isn't it? Now that thing being said guys, if we look at the global cryptocurrency market since the last 24 hours, it has actually gone down by 1.6%, and today the global cryptocurrency market is at $4.04 trillion. Now the good thing guys is, if you look at the volume of stable coins, it is definitely looking good. And you need to compare this matrix with the 24-hour trading volume of stablecoins, and then also look at the 24-hour trading volume, isn't it? And if you look at these numbers from a global cryptocurrency snapshot, guys, I am kind of content with what is going on regarding the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Now let's say, guys, had the prices actually fallen down but the volume of stablecoins hasn't picked up pace, that would have slightly been worrisome, isn't it? Because that would actually mean that there's not much activity going on in the cryptocurrency world. So look, guys, what I'd really urge you to do is, at least for the next 3 days, keep a track of the volume of stablecoins and then compare it with the 24-hour trading volume. And I'm pretty much sure, guys, over the next few days, we will be getting some positive news in the world of world peace, isn't it? Because this week President Donald Trump is also meeting Vladimir Putin. And who's to say we might be getting some positive momentum in the world of world peace between Russia and Ukraine as well. Now in the Blockchain DXB podcast, I'll definitely go and touch base on these news. Now let's quickly run to the volume of decentralized exchanges. And surprisingly, guys, since the last 24 hours, the volume of decentralized exchanges definitely pumped up, and today the 24-hour volume is $17.35 billion. Yesterday it was around the $12 billion mark, isn't it? And more importantly, guys, if you look at the total fees collected because of these transactions worth $17.35 billion, it is accounting for $89.03 million. Now the total value locked is pretty much the same, and today it is at $150.01 billion. And one matrix, guys, that I tend to keep an eye on is the decentralized to centralized exchange dominance, and today that percentage is at a staggering 46.74%. And if you look at the total value lock connected to real world assets, today it is at $13.44 billion. Now let's quickly run to the volume of decentralized exchanges, because since the last 24 hours, guys, the volume of decentralized exchange has marginally picked up pace, with Uniswap leading the pack at $4.90 billion, followed by PancakeSwap at $2.04 billion. Fluid is at number 3rd with $1.02 billion, and Aerodrome, guys, is at number 5th, but its volume is below the $1 billion mark at $951.88 million. And at number 5th, guys, is Radium with $810.86 million. Now let's quickly run through some numbers regarding the volume of stablecoins. And as I mentioned earlier, guys, I really am content that the volume of stablecoins has picked up pace. And it is no surprise that Tether USDT is leading the pack with $135.01 billion, followed by Circle USDC at $17.94 billion, and FDUSD, guys, they are at number 3rd, and the 24-hour volume is $9.99 billion. Now let's quickly run to the dominance, 24-hour trading volume and market cap of Bitcoin and Ethereum. And ever since there is this whole narrative regarding Ethereum treasury, guys, looks like a lot of people are buying a lot of Ethereum, isn't it? And because of that, guys, Ethereum's dominance today is pumped up to 31.01%. So it looks like a lot of people are actually going ahead and buying a lot of Ethereum, isn't it? And what that essentially means that because the price of Bitcoin is ridiculously high, the dominance of Bitcoin has marginally fallen down, and today it is at 58.80%. But if you look at the 24-hour trading volume, guys, Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume is $76.42 billion, whereas Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume is $45.17 billion. Now, if you look at the market cap of Ethereum, guys, it is still above the $500 billion mark. It is at $519 billion, whereas Bitcoin's market cap has fallen down to $2.36 trillion. Now, I'm really curious to check, guys, when David Bailey goes ahead and buys $1 billion worth of Bitcoin, what kind of a domino impact will have not just on the price of Bitcoin, but also the market cap of Bitcoin as well. Now there is a very high possibility it might not make any impact as well, but it is still great that he has so much of conviction in the world of Bitcoin, isn't it? So let's see, guys, if the prices do actually react after the $1 billion worth of Bitcoin purchase. Now every day in the Blockchain DXB podcast, guys, I tend to look at one new matrix, isn't it? And today what I want to do is, I want to look at the top 5 ETFs that are based on assets under management, because since the last 3 months, guys, it does give an indication as to which direction the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are heading towards, isn't it? Now at a philosophical level, guys, this should be a massive no, because a lot of trillion-dollar companies are actually involved in this. And when you talk about Bitcoin, guys, it is technically called as people's money, isn't it? And particularly when you talk about ETFs as such, a lot of these ETF issuers, in a way, they directly don't deal with Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies as such. So there are 2 ways of looking at this information. Now regarding the top 5 ETFs that are based on assets under management, guys, it is absolutely no surprise that BlackRock's IBIT is leading the pack with $88.61 billion. This is followed by another trillion-dollar company, that is Fidelity. And the ticker symbol, guys, is FBTC with $24.01 billion. Now the third one, guys, is also going back to BlackRock, but this is more connected to Ethereum. And the ticker symbol for the Ethereum is ETHA. And the assets under management is $13.08 billion. And ARK21 shares, guys, is at number 4th, and the ticker symbol for the ETF is ARKB. And the assets under management is at a staggering $5.44 billion. And at number 5th, guys, is Fidelity, and once again looks like it is connected to Ethereum ETF, and the ticker symbol is FETH. And the assets under management right now is at $2.86 billion. Now, could it be possible, guys? Let's say in a wild situation, the whole narrative regarding Ethereum treasury firm picks up pace, the ETFs connected to Ethereum will drastically explode. Definitely a very high possibility, isn't it? And in the cryptocurrency world, guys, we have seen so many such notorious numbers, isn't it? Particularly when you look at the whole narrative regarding NFTs. A lot of these NFTs were sold for millions and millions of dollars, and right now the prices of those NFTs has gone down to well below the $30,000 mark as well. So it's going to be really interesting to see how the narrative regarding ETFs actually do play out. Now, the only thing I can say is because BlackRock has gotten into the game, guys, I do feel that this narrative regarding ETFs might actually stay for at least a decade or maybe even longer. Now, guys, let's go and look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. And the price of Bitcoin right now is at $118,930. And since the last 24 hours, it is down by 2.66%. But since the last 7 days, it is actually up by 4.16%. Ethereum currently is at $4,297. And since the last 24 hours, it is down by 0.02%. And since the last 7 days, it is up by 17.75%. Ripple or XRP, guys, is at $3.14. But since the last 24 hours, it is down by 3.91%. And since the last 7 days, guys, Ripple or XRP is still up by 4.18%. And in the episode that I released yesterday, guys, that is on the 11th of August, we went through the timeline regarding the drama between Security and Exchange Commission and Ripple, isn't it? And looks like now the chapter has been completely closed. And with the trade deal agreement between United States of America and China, guys, I'm pretty much sure we might be seeing some drastic changes, at least in the short term, isn't it? Because what happened, guys, last night, President Donald Trump did actually make some really interesting announcement, and the news essentially is that the United States of America and China, guys, they have decided to agree the extension of tariffs for 90 days, and this will be taking effect from today, that is the 12th of August. So essentially, guys, this actually means there will be suspension of 24 percentage points of additional tariffs on each other's goods, but at the same time, they will still be keeping a 10% rate in place. And so far as China is concerned, guys, China will also continue to suspend or remove agreed non-tariff countermeasures. Now, regarding this meeting, guys, this meeting was led by China's Vice Premier as well as US officials, and the US officials included Scott Bessent as well as Jameson Gray, who was part of ongoing efforts to advance cooperations under the Geneva Framework. Now look, guys, mainstream media will go and put out a completely fake and misleading information. So what I'd really urge you to do is go ahead and look at information from the first source. And if you actually go to the official White House website, guys, you can go ahead and look at information from first source. And then if you actually compare to what mainstream media talks about, guys, the information most often than not is completely different. But the big question, guys, is how will this news impact the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies? So what I want to do is, guys, I want to go ahead and highlight on 6 points. And let me know, guys, if you agree on these 6 points or not. Because according to me, guys, there will definitely be short-term price boost. And there will be reduced US dollar in China yuan volatility, isn't it? Along with that, guys, I very strongly feel that mining supply chain will be benefiting the most, and there will also be increased Asian liquidity in the market. And I'm talking about this in context of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, guys. And more importantly, guys, as I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, the investor confidence will definitely be improving, isn't it? Particularly when you talk about institutional confidence. But at the same time, guys, we also need to understand that this particular extension is only for 90 days. So there are temporary natural risks that we need to be aware of as well, isn't it? So let me go ahead and take a deep dive into some of these points, guys. Because when you talk about short-term price boost, because according to me, guys, the tariff suspension between US and China for 90 days may improve overall market sentiment. And this would encourage investors to go ahead and increase exposure not only to Bitcoin, but also to other cryptocurrencies as well, isn't it? And it is this optimism, guys, that often drives short-term rallies, particularly in the cryptocurrency space. Now, what about the second point, that is reduced US dollar and China yuan volatility, guys? Because according to me, guys, a more stable exchange rate between dollar and yuan can actually reduce certain price swings in Bitcoin trading, especially on Asian exchanges where constant fluctuations often impact crypto valuations and volume, isn't it? And right now, guys, if you look at the top cryptocurrency exchanges, a lot of the cryptocurrency exchanges, particularly in the Middle East, are actually tied to Asian countries. Now, regarding Bitcoin mining supply chain benefits, guys, according to me, lower trade barriers may actually help Bitcoin mining hardware manufacturers, as well as distributors, because it will reduce the impact cost, isn't it? And more importantly, now it will also reduce the delays in shipping, and that, according to me, guys, directly supports more efficient mining operations and potential expansion. And the next point, guys, is regarding increased Asian liquidity. And look, guys, improved US-China economic ties might boost investor confidence in the region, and it could lead to increased capital inflows and higher crypto trading volumes in Asian platforms, which are key hubs for cryptocurrency activity, isn't it? So it looks like a lot of cryptocurrency exchanges, particularly in the Asian region, they will definitely be seeing a lot of spike, particularly so far as the volume is concerned. And the next point, guys, is something which I did actually talk about early in the episode, and this is connected to institutional confidence. And look, guys, continued dialogue and cooperation between two largest economies can and will reduce macroeconomic uncertainty, encouraging institutional investors to increase Bitcoin allocation as part of the diversified portfolios, isn't it? And clearly, guys, because of this, if you look at the ETF inflows, it has crossed the $1 billion mark. But look, guys, that thing being said, the final point could be negative for the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, isn't it? And this is more about temporary nature risk, because since the tariff suspension is limited only to 90 days, guys, there remains the risk that unsolved trade issues could resurface once again, potentially causing abrupt volatility and price correlations in cryptocurrency market in the medium term. So it's going to be really interesting to see, guys, what happens after 90 days. But look, guys, historically speaking, 90 days from now will be the last quarter of 2025, isn't it? And if you look at the timing of it, guys, it does actually coincide with 18 months from the halving. And historically, guys, 18 months after halving, Bitcoin tends to go completely berserk. And who should say the price of Bitcoin may even cross the $200,000 mark, maybe even the $250,000 mark. But look, guys, whatever I'm saying is definitely not financial advice. Make sure you go out and do your own research. Because look, guys, these numbers do actually sound absolutely crazy, isn't it? And talking about crazy numbers, guys, David Bailey, who's the CEO of Bitcoin Inc Nakamoto Holdings, he did actually put out a series of information via X. And what he actually said that he long dreamed of buying $1 billion worth of Bitcoin in one go. And looks like he will be doing that today, that is the 12th of August. So it's going to be really interesting to see, guys, if mainstream media goes ahead and picks up on this news. And will it actually create a domino impact in a positive way? Because by executing this $1 billion worth of Bitcoin purchase, guys, David Bailey is showing exceptional conviction in Bitcoin long-term potential, isn't it? And according to me, guys, it does position Nakamoto Holdings as a leader in large-scale crypto investments, and it does inspire confidence and excitement, particularly in the Bitcoin community. So really, really interesting news in my honest opinion. Now, guys, let's go and discuss some interesting report that is published by the Bank of Malaysia. And Bank Negara Malaysia, guys, they published a report called as Fundamentals of Modern Money and its Application to Central Bank Digital Currency. And the report also touches based on Shariah analysis. Now, what is really interesting to note and a bit bizarre to note, guys, is the report has identified XRP and Bitcoin as potential alternatives to traditional monetary and payment systems. Now, I don't see any reason as to why they have gone ahead and added Ripple or XRP into this. Maybe they could have added Monero or any privacy coins. But the working paper, guys, views modern money as a credit relationship rather than a physical commodity. And according to the paper, guys, they are differing from classical Islamic concepts. Now, the report, guys, also proposes a hybrid Sharia classification as both money by convention and debt, making it subject to riba rules, and applies this to central bank digital currencies. And it also knows that cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies could theoretically serve as payment alternatives to cash and deposits. But at the same time, guys, they do face significant challenges before they could complement or replace existing systems. Now, what I'd really urge you to do is, guys, in the show notes below, you can go and find the entire report. Please feel free to go and read through it. Or you can just put it into ChatGPT 5 or Grok 4 to go and summarize it for you, isn't it? At least that is what I've been doing since the last few months. Now, guys, the next news is about Kwon, guys. And we know the South Korean cryptocurrency entrepreneur was beyond the $40 billion collapse that did actually take place in 2020, isn't it? Now, what is really interesting to note, guys, is Terra at Luna at one point of time was supposed to be the game changer, and truth be told, guys, according to me, it was an absolutely legitimate product. Unfortunately, guys, looks like someone notoriously identified some errors, and based on my understanding, that is the only reason why it led to the collapse of Terra Luna. But because $40 billion were impacted because of this, it did have a domino impact on FTX exchange as well, isn't it? And then there was a lot of investigations regarding Terra Luna, guys, and looks like some people did actually identify that because there were mistakes by Terra Luna and Kwon, it did actually lead to a collapse, and there was a lot of legal consequences because of it, isn't it? Now fast forward to 2024, guys, he is still facing US fraud charges and is expected to plead guilty. And this is based on the information that is published by Reuters. And what the article actually states that the court records are saying that the US District Judge Appeal was informed of the possible plea changes and has scheduled a hearing today. So it's going to be really interesting to see, guys, what the unfortunate outcome to this is. Now, based on my understanding, guys, Kwon did actually move to Dubai as well, isn't it? And there were calls for him to be extradited to the United States of America as well. So it's going to be really interesting to see what the outcome to this is. Now, look, guys, the only thing I can say is when Terra was working fine, they were buying a lot of Bitcoin and putting into treasuries, isn't it? And at that point of time, a lot of Bitcoin maximalists were also supporting Kwon. But the moment the Luna started collapsing, guys, immediately a lot of Bitcoin maximalists were also bashing Kwon. And this, to be honest, unfortunately, some of the dangers of maximalism, isn't it? Now, that thing being said, guys, it's going to be really interesting to see what the outcome to this case is. And if you do want to find out more information regarding this, guys, Kwon did actually do one interview with Laura Shin where he shared a lot of information, but looks like Laura Shin wasn't convinced about it. And I believe after a week or 2 weeks, she did do an interview with an investigator who was investigating this case. And that was the time when they uncovered a lot of wrongdoings, particularly by Kwon. So let's see, guys, what the outcome to this is later on today. Now, these were some macro level news, guys, on the Bitcoin blockchain cryptocurrency world. Now, let's go ahead and look at two news from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East. And the first news, guys, is regarding Demand AI Group. And they have decided to expand the global footprint with new regional headquarters in Dubai. So let me go ahead and give out more information regarding this. Because Demand AI Group, guys, they are right now the leader in AI-driven demand generation solutions. And they've announced opening of a regional new headquarters in Dubai. And they are strengthening the presence and operations in the Middle East. And they will be positioning Dubai as a central hub for the Gulf operations. And the Dubai headquarters, guys, will be the base for regional sales, client support, and strategic partnership. And it's needless to say they chose Dubai for the thriving ecosystem and business-friendly environment, isn't it? And based on the news, guys, this expansion aligns with Dubai's vision to be a global AI innovative leader, isn't it? And the CEO Michael Wiff, guys, says the expansion will boost services, talent attraction, and partnership as well. And their proprietary solutions, guys, deliver scalable, data-driven B2B demand generations, and the technology replaces outdated manual processes with intelligent automation as well. And right now they do have operations in the United States of America, United Kingdom, Ireland, Singapore, Australia, as well as India. And the Dubai office, guys, becomes the company's 7 global locations. And looks like they are focusing on enhanced regional client support for Gulf and MENA region. And they also plan to collaborate with technology, media, as well as enterprise organizations. And they also aim to accelerate AI adoption and demand generation as well. And they want to create opportunities in artificial intelligence, as well as marketing professionals in the region. And Demand AI, guys, is committed to a strong presence in high-growth regions as well. And they provide tailored, regional-specific AI solutions for measurable business impact as well. So it's going to be really interesting to see, guys, if there are any groundbreaking partnership by Demand AI in the Middle East region. Really interesting news. Now, the next news, guys, is also connected to artificial intelligence, but this is more connected to government services. And Dubai Accelerator, guys, they are calling on tech innovators to engineer future of government services. And this news is actually published by the official government website. And the news is that the Dubai Center for Artificial Intelligence, guys, they have opened application for the second cycle of Future of Artificial Intelligence and Government Sector Accelerator program. And this program is designed for both local and international AI innovators and tech companies. And the participants will collaborate with over 20 government entities. And the aim is to develop AI-driven solutions to enhance public services across the Emirate. And the focus is on addressing both current and future challenges in government agencies. And this particular program, guys, aligns with the Dubai's Universal Blueprint for Artificial Intelligence, and it does support Dubai's ambition to be the world's largest hub for AI innovation, isn't it? And there are 4 key focus areas, guys, and all of them are focusing on improving personalizations and efficiency of existing services, and they are creating an entirely new AI-powered services to overcome past obstacles, isn't it? And they will also be embedding AI into everyday processes to boost operational efficiency, and they will be focusing on developing inclusive, accessible solutions to remove service barriers. And participants, guys, will work alongside experts on real-world public service challenges. And it will also offer direct access to senior decision makers to scale solutions. And here's the interesting thing, guys, no equity stake is required, and participants can fully own ownership of innovation as well. And it will also include fully sponsored accommodation and travel for the period of 8 weeks. And the on-site program, guys, in Dubai runs from 6th of October to 28th of November 2025. and the deadline for this is on the 28th of August. Now, the first cycle, guys, if I'm not mistaken, attracted 615 AI companies from 55 countries with 183 use cases that was actually defined, and 75 of them did actually pilot as well. So look, guys, if you're an innovator and trying to build anything in the space, you definitely need to go and check this news out. So these were the news, guys, on the Bitcoin blockchain cryptocurrency and artificial intelligence world from blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes is going to be an Ask Me Anything series where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So let's kick start with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, before we go ahead and kickstart the Ask Me Anything series, I do have some really interesting announcements. The first one is an interesting partnership, and this is connected to Bitcoin events. Now look, guys, you know that Bitcoin is the king of all kings, isn't it? And the OGs of Bitcoin events, that is Bitcoin Inc, they have a massive event taking place in August in Hong Kong. And guess what, guys? Blockchain DXB is the official media partner for Bitcoin Asia 2025. And this particular event, guys, takes place in August in Hong Kong. And Bitcoin Asia is the region's premier Bitcoin gathering event where builders, investors as well as investors meet. So at this event, guys, expect powerful keynotes, bold conversations, and a headlining session with none other than Eric Trump, and he will be sharing his vision for Bitcoin's long-term potential. And more importantly, he, along with a lot of Bitcoin OGs, guys, they will be talking about the role of Bitcoin in global finance. And at the Bitcoin Asia 2025 event, guys, they will be discussing Asia's massive impact on adoption. And look, as Bitcoin Asia event connects global Bitcoin communities and drives innovation across cultures and markets, from infrastructure to regulations, privacy tools to lightning development, and quite a lot more. And for you listeners of the Blockchain DXB podcast, guys, I have a cool discount code of 10% for you. And the code is pretty simple, guys. It is DXB, that is D for David, X for X-ray, and B for Bravo. And DXB is the code for Dubai as well, isn't it? So what are you waiting for, guys? In the show notes below, you'll see the registration details for Bitcoin Asia 2025. And look, guys, Hong Kong is calling. So be part of the future of Bitcoin. Now the next announcement, guys, is another big one. And this is connected to Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025. And Blockchain DXB once again is the media partner for Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025. Now me personally, guys, I did attend the Future Blockchain Summit going back to 2017. And the fact is, guys, it is one of the biggest, oldest as well as boldest blockchain events in the region. And according to me, as well as a lot of advocates of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, Future Blockchain Summit as well as Fintech Search 2025 is probably the biggest event in the entire world. And this event, guys, takes place between the 12th and 15th of October at the iconic location of Dubai Harbour. So this is going to be the place where blockchain meets fintech to redefine the future of finance. So expect 250 world-class speakers, over 1,200 investors, live demos, product launches, as well as GITEX Digital Asset Forum. And all of this thing, guys, will be under one roof. So you can expect so-called Web3 pioneers to fintech leaders shaping payments, banking, insurtech, AI as well as decentralized finance. And this particular event, guys, brings the entire ecosystem together. This is the launchpad you've been waiting for. And by attending this event, guys, you will be in a position to be in front of top venture capitals, accelerators as well as industry leaders. And for blockchain and fintech companies, guys, this is where connection turns into partnerships and dream turns into reality. And because Blockchain DXB is the media partner for Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025, guys, in the show notes below, you'll see the registration details. And there's a hidden discount code mentioned below as well. So do one thing, guys. Click on the show notes below, get yourself registered, and see you between the 12th and 15th at Dubai Harbour at the Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025. Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB, listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. I have a question by Dave who asks, if Malaysia recognizes Bitcoin and Ripple as money under Shariah principles, could it actually boost adoption in other Islamic nations? This, to be honest, Dave, is such an interesting question. And the answer to that is yes, isn't it? Because Dave, if Malaysia, which is a heavyweight giant in the Islamic finance world, and if they have recognized Bitcoin and Ripple as money, and more importantly under Sharia principles, I do think it is a really big deal for adoption across Islamic nations. And the Malaysian bank, that is Bank Negara's report, doesn't just treat Bitcoin and Ripple as assets as speculative tokens, rather it applies a hybrid Sharia classifications. What that means, Dave, is they can be seen both as money by convention as well as form of debt, and this is subject to the same rules as riba, which is interest, and fairness that governs conventional money as well. So essentially, Dave, in other words, what it actually means is, under the right conditions, price stability as well as clear governance, as well as the transparent use case of Bitcoin and Ripple could actually fit well with Islamic finance laws. And another thing to think of is, Dave, because Malaysia is widely respected as a Sharia governance standard, its stance would likely influence regulators and Sharia councils in Gulf as well as North African regions, isn't it? And that, according to me, could even open doors to cross-border trade, remittances, and even central bank digital currencies. But that thing being said, it's really important to note, Dave, recognition doesn't mean instant mass adoption, no? Because countries would still need to address volatility, infrastructure, and regulatory safeguards, isn't it? But symbolically, yes, it would remove one of the biggest barriers on the Muslim majority market and eliminate all the uncertainty around Sharia compliance, isn't it? But at the same time, I'd really like to see privacy-enabled coins, things let's say like Monero involved in this. I really am not sure why they mentioned Ripple into this, because the creation of Ripple is extremely centralized, isn't it? Unlike Bitcoin where it is minted every 10 minutes or so, all of the Ripple has already been minted. So me personally, I'd like to see maybe another cryptocurrency as opposed to Ripple. But nonetheless, Dave, I do feel this is a really interesting question. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything Season Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Remember, Monday to Thursdays, we have Blockchain DXB podcast, where we cover top news and information pertaining to the process. We look at geopolitical news, we look at the latest technological developments, and then, guys, we also take a deep dive into what is going on in the Middle East region. We look at the latest technological developments, and we also go ahead and share any regulatory updates on the Middle East region. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.